Hello and welcome back to Beck and Call. More stories of me in the down the road. So we'll start with this one. So I get a call from an older lady in her 70s, and she wanted a ride, multiple rides for different places. And I sometimes ask, so how did you find out about me? And she says, through Michael F. He's of you know what, another taxi service. And she said he has many projects and he's unable to take me anymore. And it's probably true. I believe that. So when Michael sends me people, they're usually the ones he wants to get off his hands. Yes, but this one was a keeper. She was a breath of fresh air. I don't know how he let her go. She was telling me how she was a journalist or a reporter for the Inquirer and the Star magazine. So by the time we parted, she said, I hope to see you again. And I said, I hope so too. That's if the Lord brings us together. If he doesn't, then he has other plans for us. Is that right? Let's go to story number 2, where I got a call from a dentist's office. Now, this wasn't an elderly. It was a person without a phone. Now, we live in a society where we could get free phones from somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I know I've heard of it. So if you need a phone, find out how to get it. And if you're looking, you shall find. If you seek, you shall find. If you knock, the door shall be open to you. All right. So he called a numerous amount of times, and I finally reached out back. I told him I'll be there as soon as we can when we're finished here with the other jobs and other rides. And then he said, and then I called him back up and I spoke to the front desk lady and I told her, tell me about this character. Is he a patient there? And I knew before I called that he wasn't. I don't know, I just had a feeling. And she's like, oh no, he's not a patient, he just walked in. So I imagine this happening. So he walks in and they feel petrified, and he's like, can I borrow the phone? And she's like, yes sir, here's the phone, just to get him out of her hair and get him out of the office. So he doesn't scare the people, maybe? I don't know, I'm just guessing, it's not hypothetical. So I told her, so tell me about him. Would you put him in your vehicle and haul him away to the bus station? She's like, absolutely not. I think he's an inmate. He has his orange outfit on, or suit. So, and now he's roaming. Just like Willie Sutton. When they asked him, why did you rob the bank? He's like, that's where the money is. So this guy's going onto the bus because he's going to find where the money is, probably in California. Or maybe he forgot that there are greener pastures just right here that he's not seeing. Oil. We got a lot of money here too in Oklahoma. He just opens up his eyes. But he wants redemption. He wants to start a new life. So we pray that the Lord will guide him and that he will do his part in starting that new life and be where the Lord wants him to be and continue with that progress. So story number 3, whereas I picked up a gentleman. He's from the UK, and he's like, I had this daughter or child in school, and I find out they're teaching them more than the ABCs, A through Z. So he's like, what's going on here? I don't want my kid being brainwashed into past the ABCs. You're confusing them. And so he was really frustrated about that. And he's like, I'm pulling them out of school. And he put him into private school where he's paying $2,000 a month. That's loads of money, people. That's a shame that he has to do that, right? Anyone has to do that for that matter. And then he said the very next day, child services were knocking on his door. Huh? What a surprise! So if you don't want your kids, but then he said, he talked about other points. We won't get into that, but those are stories of me on the road. Oh, on the last one, yes. So I also received a call from a lady who was rather angry or upset. She said that there was these charges on my mother's credit card. And I told her, was it for the transportation or the ride for so-and-so? And she says, that's correct. And I told her, from the city? Yes. So she's from West Virginia. And she's like, happens to be my son. And he is suffering from bipolar. Like, he looked pretty normal to me. He could carry a conversation. I can't see that. So I'm not sure. The rides were legitimate to the courthouse and back, and no problem, So those were fair game there. So I told her I did provide the ride, and she's like, so at the end of the conversation, she's like, I'm sorry I came off that way. So we ended on a beautiful note where she said, once I come out of West Virginia, I'll be sure to contact you. So I was in 27 degrees out there trying to give her all my undivided attention, but we finally cleared it up, and we ended on a good note. So I'm glad about that. So I thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking, and we'll see you on the road again. Can't wait to be on the road again today. Thank you. Bye.